I spent the day listening to the conference where President Trump President Trump welcomed the new Fed chair, the new federal bank, central bank of the United States, was sworn into office by Supreme Court Justice. The judges from the Supreme Court, they are called justice. So he was sworn in by the justice. I think he's from the size of Alan Greenspan, because Alan Greenspan was the chairman of the Fed for quite some time, maybe 10 years, maybe 20. I do not know. I will need to Google it and ask the AI, because now everybody talks about, can give you the information on AI. And I think that giving you numbers by AI is total nonsense. So it's better just to talk out of your mind instead of searching for information and then give it to you, when in fact you can do the same information search. So everything that I talk is out of my mind. It doesn't come from an AI, and it doesn't come from a written speech, in order to show you the qualities of real intelligence. Although being real intelligent, we need to do things right, have an AI script, and read just whatever it has, because that's what people do and they are successful. That's the issue. So the one that wants to be more human is the one that is not really much successful. Yeah, we humans are a weird kind of people, weird species. So the new leader of the Fed is a man that has been working on the Fed for a generation at least. He's an insider. He's on the side of President Trump. Although President Trump, as I said, is just an actor, this new Fed chairman is also an actor, because everybody is an actor. The hidden hand is hidden because that's the way it is. Yeah.
Your greatest ambitions are for America, for what free people can achieve when they have the chance. And while I'm not naive about the challenges we face, I believe, Mr. President, these years can bring unmatched prosperity that will raise living standards for Americans from all walks of life. And the Fed has something to do with it. Our mandate at the Fed is to promote price stability and maximum employment. When we pursue those aims with wisdom and clarity, independence and resolve, inflation can be lower, growth stronger, real take-home pay higher, and America can be more prosperous. And no less important, America's place in the world more secure. To fulfill this mission, I will lead a reform-oriented Federal Reserve, learning from past successes and mistakes both, escaping static frameworks and models, and upholding clear standards of integrity and performance. Today marks a return to an institution that I do in fact cherish. It was nearly a generation ago, at another time of great consequence, that I worked with some outstanding public servants at the Fed, both here in Washington and at the reserve banks. My goal now is to create an environment in which the best people can do their life's best work, and to face every challenge in the spirit of common purpose and devotion to the national interest, in a word, to excellence. These duties are now mine, Mr. President, because of the trust you have placed in me. I accept them with gratitude and will strive every day to serve our fellow citizens well. And in final, I'll just say I'm going to look around and try to hold on to this special moment. But after we leave this stage, the real work begins. So let's begin that work. It's an honor. Thank you again, Mr. President.
So this new situation allow us to understand what's next. And what is next for the United States with this new chairman is a flood of currency. We are going to return to the times before COVID, because when COVID started, I used to follow economic economic trends, economic forecasts, and everybody was saying that the economies were too hot, where they were growing too quick, and there was a need to stop them. And COVID was then the result as a medium to control the economy. I'm not talking about COVID because it's a complex system, but what I'm talking about is that COVID helped to slow down the economy that was already exploding and incremental, and everything was hot. It was like a hot machine that needed to cool down. Now, after 6 years, the machine has been cooled down enough in order to restart it. And that's what President Trump was saying that it does not make sense to stop an improving economy, and that he will restore the economy. And I was thinking, what's the way to restore the economy? Well, the way to restore the economy is to start again with 0% interest, 1% interest, and that will alleviate the charge on borrowers. The only problem is that President Trump is signing accords in order to create regional banks or local banks, which are the middlemen that they just charge an exorbitant amount of money for money that is being given to them by the Fed. So, signed by Donald Trump. So yeah, there is coming an economic downpour, at least for the next 3 or 4 years in the United States, and the economy is gonna start again. Everything is gonna go up in price because people is gonna have more money to spend, and everything is gonna increment on price. Rents are gonna go up, both house prices, and everybody is like a wolf in a chicken house, trying to get the most money they can, trying to get as many chicken. When people have money, we are chicken to the wolves, and the wolves are companies. We have a person that comes here from a political thing, and he comes and asks for a donation because, according to him, his group helped to lower the taxes on industrial rentals, and he comes and asks for a donation. But the problem that I tell him is that he comes and asks for a donation because the taxes came down. The taxes on rental, industrial rental came down, but what he doesn't understand is that the rent investment company, they went down, they went up. So after a few years, you end up paying twice as when you started, because the predatory investment companies, they just see money and they wanted it, Yeah, that's a reality. Predatory investments is a thing, and I think that is about time the government, about time the people in the floor starts being helped by getting lower interest on their lendings, on their borrowings, on their transactions with banks. The thing is that to cut the middleman that grabs all the money and keeps economy at a stop. Yeah, I think that. Well, let's see. I will edit the video, and then we will see. Okay. Thank you. Bye.